In my D&D career, spanning 45 years and counting, there's been one underlying theme in every game: escape. The other players and I have this unspoken view that tabletop role-playing games are the way we deal with all the hassles and challenges of real life. Fantasy is, at its very core, an escape, an alternate way of existing from the real reality, even if it's only within our collective theater of the mind. Thinking of this, I've had not a realization but a question. Is playing D&D therapeutic? Is this just fun, or is there something more going on here? I decided to do some research to find out. Dungeons & Dragons is a strange kind of activity. You try on courage without risking much more than hit points. You solve imaginary problems with friends who are cheering for you. You tell a story that only exists because everyone at the table shows up and adds their part in real time. That combination of social connection, personal agency, and creative challenge is powerful. It looks a lot like what therapists aim to create in group work, only our version comes with orcs and taverns. A qualitative study of frequent D&D players found themes that will sound familiar to anyone who has rolled initiative more than once. Players described healthy escapism, strong social support, identity exploration through their characters, and a renewed sense of personal control. The authors of that study posit that these elements can support mental health in everyday life. There are also numbers to back this up, not just stories and anecdotes. In an 8-week D&D program with adult participants, researchers measured decreases in depression, anxiety, and stress, along with increases in self-esteem and self-efficacy. Sessions looked like a well-run campaign. There were cooperative goals, consistent expectations, and time to reflect on what happened in-game. Clinicians are beginning to publish how they translate that table magic into formal practice. A 2024 paper in Frontiers in Psychiatry outlines a method for using tabletop role-playing games as a mental health intervention. The framework borrows from cognitive behavioral therapy and social skills training. It gives structure to what many of us already do, then layers in clear goals and reflection. Here's what that can look like at a home game. Start with a session 0 to agree on tone, safety tools, lines and limits, and discuss how you will share the spotlight, remembering that some may not want the spotlight at all. Keep objectives clear and recap at the start of each session. You can also check in during scene changes and invite reflection after big moments if that's appropriate and wanted within your group. None of that turns the table into a clinic. It simply makes space for people to try things, learn something, and leave feeling capable. So let's talk about why this works. First, agency. Players make meaningful choices and see the consequences play out fast. Second, there's social support. The party succeeds together, which builds trust and belonging. Third, there is a narrative identity. The characters we play let people explore values in motion, then carry some of that learning back into the real world. Finally, there is what can be called safe failure. You can fall on your face in the game, laugh about it, and try again with no real-world penalty. These ingredients show up in the research again and again. If you want to lean into the supportive side of your game, you don't need to add psychological and social jargon, but it helps to be informed and aware of how they can fit into the activity. Keep the fantasy and the fun, then add a little structure and reflection. A few practical ideas have worked well at my table. Set boundaries and expectations during your session 0. Let each person describe what a good game session looks like for them. Second, establish clear goals. If needed or desired, state the objective of a scene or a dungeon in 1 or 2 sentences so everyone can track the plan. Third, include debriefs as needed. After a dramatic scene or a tough fight, ask one quick question. What did your character learn, or what did the party do well? Fourth, remember to manage the spotlight. Keep an eye on who has spoken and who has not, who craves the spotlight and who desperately wants to avoid it. Invite quieter players in with questions that are easy to answer in character if that's something they want and need. You can connect character backstories to present choices. When a player sees a personal thread show up in play, they lean in. This is fertile ground for practicing courage or compassion and lets the player explore feelings, anxieties, and other emotions in a safe way. Be sure to celebrate the process, not just outcomes. D&D is and always has been about the process. There really are no winners or losers if everyone is having a good time. That's one of the reasons why it can provide such a powerful therapeutic framework, even when it's not declared as such. When the party tries a clever plan that fails, give inspiration for the attempt and point out what worked. People return to the table when they feel seen for the way they play, when they are valued for their contribution and participation, not only for the outcome of that play. Ethics matter. D&D is not a replacement for therapy. If someone needs clinical help, encourage them to talk to a licensed professional. If you are a clinician who wants to bring D&D into practice, follow the published frameworks and your professional standards. Protect confidentiality, set boundaries, and design sessions with clear goals that fit your clients. For everyone else, a little education and intention goes a long way. You can support mental health and still keep the game joyful and relaxed. The evidence base is young, so a few limits are worth naming. Many studies use small samples. We need larger and longer trials that measure outcomes over time. That said, the picture that emerges is consistent. D&D can provide connection, agency, and safe practice in being brave. That feeling often lingers after the dice stop moving. The research suggests we should take it seriously. If playing D&D has taught me anything, it is this. People are hungry for a dynamic experience where they can make a difference with their friends that is safe and free from real consequence. D&D gives them that. You set a date, you show up, and together you make something no one could make alone. Play for fun. Play for friendship. If along the way the game helps you feel more capable and more connected, count that as a win and schedule the next session. If you found value in this video, be sure to click the like button and consider subscribing to support the channel. Also, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. I would really love to hear what you think about this topic. As always, have fun, stay cool, and keep your dice rolling.